started. And Linda
Yes.
B joined us. Linda Brady.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
And we are recording.
Okay, Tiffany, you want to give us some tech advice before we get started?
Certainly. So I will, of course, now my notes are gone because everything's rearranged. So just a couple of tech things. I think we're probably all very familiar with how to use Zoom these days, but I'm going to ask that everybody keep themselves muted unless you're the one speaking, of course, and just to keep the sound in check. If you do have some issues with bandwidth, one of the tricks is to be able to turn off your camera, and that way you can still listen in and not we're not freezing and that sort of thing. We will be doing breakout rooms a little bit later, and I'll cover that information then. If you want to look at the chat, if you don't have it open, down at the bottom of your screen is your control bar. There's a button that should say chat. If you're on mobile, anybody on mobile, there's a whole lot of screens. You just kind of have to click through and find the one that says chat, and you'll be able to what chat is. If you want to raise your hand when we have time later for comments and that sort of thing, you can use the hand down at the bottom of your screen, at the bottom of your control panel. There's a place that says raise hand. So we'll see that in the participants panel, and we'll be able to call on you from there. And I think that's it. So I'll give it back to you. Take it away.
Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, well, we have our orders and everything, so let's get this party started. So welcome, everyone. Thanks to all of you for joining us this morning at CPW, which is Connecting and Promoting Women. And at this time, just to make sure that we are completely present and not just here to be on a Zoom meeting, but to receive and absorb everything that we can. We're going to take some time to just kind of get centered and become present with ourselves. And I'm going to ask everyone if you would just kind of, wherever you are, if you can kind of relax your shoulders, if you can put your feet flat on the floor or to the best of your ability, and to just release every muscle in your body. And this works real good when you close your eyes. So close your eyes and just be. And be present in this moment. And to the count of 4, if everyone would just take a deep breath in. And release to the count of 4. Breathe in again. And release. Continue to take those breaths to the count of 4. And as you inhale, be grateful for life, because your breath is life. Relax those shoulders. And as you exhale the carbon dioxide that no longer serves you. The toxins that are not good for you. Clear your mind and be present in this moment, because this is the time you have for now. Yesterday is gone. Continue breathing. Deep breaths. Today is here right now. And tomorrow will take care of itself. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back. Okay, I hope that helped you to re-energize and to be present in this moment. Because as I said, this moment is all we have right now, right here, right now. And Karen is going to speak to us for a few minutes and give us she has something to say.
I will try to have something to say. So one of the things we like to do is bring especially guests who might not have ever attended any of our Gateway to Dreams events to know what we're about. And we're about inspiring dreams into action. We believe that by doing that, we can be a model to positively change the world. When you inspire action and you give voices and clarity, somebody's trying to get on the call right now. We give voice and clarity to the dreams of individuals, and it creates a ripple effect that affects the social and economic well-being of our community. And we have so many amazing stories about things that have happened to our members and our guests from being part of our community. So we're really proud that that dreams are the utmost importance to us, that dreaming and getting support is important. I don't know what our next slide is. If Missy, if you could do that one. We have our values: love more, judge less, positive possibilities always, heart smart connections, pay it forward networking, even things like on Facebook, if you see somebody's hosting an event, if you can just share that. In fact, right now, Kathy Thomas has an event, and every time you see it, just share it. That's paying it forward. Energetic empathy, just listening, not just to the words, but what people might not be saying, and being positive in our language, empowering language, using words that focus on gratitude and strengths. In fact, we do have this thing we talk about if we're being negative, to reframe something to be more positive, and we use the word higher. Can you do that higher? And it could even be for yourself. Like I used to say all the time, I am so dumb when it comes to technology. Now I've changed it to I'm learning technology. It has a whole different energy around it. The next slide, please. We have made a change for our Impact Awards. We are going to, instead of having the event in April, we have decided to come out with a publication instead that will be able to focus on the recipients of the Impact Award, but others that are doing amazing things in St. Louis. And we have advertising available for anyone that would be interested. And Mary Lee Salser, who's on the call, is the person helping with our sponsorships and our advertising. We have the smallest is $100 for a business card side ad, and a full page is $500, and all different prices in between there, as well as our covers. That will be the next time you see it, you will see the actual stories that will be coming out on the issue, and see some of the people that we're highlighting. In fact, Kathy, your organization is going to be highlighted in the first issue. Next page. We lost one of the ambassadors that helped start Gateway to Dreams in June of 2019. And in her honor, we created a pay it forward card. We can't give them out right now because we are no longer meeting face to face, but we do have these cards that when you're somewhere and you can do a kind act and give a card to someone. And the next one. We thank our tech guru, Tiffany, and anybody that needs help with Zoom or other technology marketing related things. Tiffany is available with Lone Orange, and we love her brain and we love her heart. The next one, we have every month a monthly sponsor. This month it's Amy Lemire, and it's $100. We have our sponsor for next month. It's Missy Coleman, and in April, Stan Fine. So if you are interested, we would love to schedule you to be a sponsor of CPW. Next,
Yes, ma'am.
is Amy on though? I didn't see her
Yes,
earlier.
she's
Oh,
here.
good.
Amy's here.
Okay, I didn't see her. So it's her turn now.
Yes, this month's sponsor is Amy Lemire. She is the author of From Zero to Speaker Hero, How to Achieve Fame, Fortune, and Fun as a Speaker. Amy began her journey as an international keynote speaker, business strategy consultant, sales trainer, and peak performance coach over 25 years ago. A survivor of a near-death experience at the age of 9 gave her the desire to lead, serve, and inspire others to achieve greatness through mastery of the inner game mindset, in addition to the outer game sales skills. Amy became a leader in human potential and self-development at the age of 18 with her work at LifeSpring Seminars. Amy has over 2 decades of experience in business and medical capital equipment sales and has been recognized as a Fortune 50 top sales performer and international sales trainer. She has trained hundreds of entrepreneurs, sales professionals, and teams on sales skills, public speaking, presentation skills, leadership, and negotiation skills. As a thought habit finder coach, Amy teaches sales leaders and teams how to achieve their dreams through upgrading thought habits to drive peak performance results. Welcome, Amy. You're on mute.
Amy, we can't hear you. I don't know if you're connected to audio.
Oh,
Oh, I see you got another phone here. Hold on, I'm merging you. Which I didn't know I could do, by the way, so I'm learning something new.
ah,
Okay, try now unmute. Unmute on your
Okay, can you hear me now?
now we can hear you.
Can
All
you hear
right,
me
take
now?
it away.
Hey, good morning. I was just saying good morning, good midday, depending on what part of the world you're in. Before I talk a couple of minutes, I wanted to first of all just share that when I think about success and promoting each other as women, I spent many years of my life in sales and trying to influence and convince people to buy my products. And one thing that I came to realize after all of that time was that it wasn't about the products or the services I was selling that got in my way of success. It was about my mind and my thought habits. And so one of the things that I want to invite all of you to take a look at today and to think about is that you have thought habits and they can either be supporting or sabotaging your success. Every day we have a choice when we wake up to just think about what our thoughts are. Are they supporting us? Are they sabotaging us? And my tip for the day today is to spend at least 5 minutes reflecting on what your day will look like. I did that this morning when I woke up. I closed my eyes. I thought about a couple meetings I have coming up. One of them's a tough meeting. And I visualized how I wanted to look, how I wanted to serve that person, and what I want the outcome to be. And I really thought about taking a positive attitude today and serving women. And if there's anybody that I can serve, to please put them in my path. So that's my tip, is to take 5 minutes each day, think about what you want your day to look like, what your attitude might be. And if I can serve you in any way, even if it's a quick talk or a quick discussion about anything that's keeping you getting in the way of what you want, I also have a free assessment that can help you see if your thoughts are supporting or sabotaging your success today. And that's all I wanted to share. Thank you so much for the spotlight.
Thank you,
Great.
Amy.
Thank you,
Thank
Amy.
you. And I'll put the link in the chat box to the assessment. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm so happy to be here today.
Thank you, Amy. So if you're interested, please go to the chat and get that link and utilize it. We can use all the help we can possibly get. So getting to know you. We have a getting to know you document that's going to be added to the chat if it's not in there already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe I just saw that Tiffany added it.
It's in
So-
there's a file there that you can download real quick, and I just put the text there as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So if everyone can, in lieu of our collaboration cards that we usually have at the CPW monthly meetings, since we're not together, we don't have those on the table to fill out and do so. In lieu of the collaboration cards, this is the getting to know you, and I'm going to try to demonstrate, and we will give you like a minute to fill yours out. So when we do the breakouts, then you can share these things in the breakout rooms. I believe I'm doing that right. Okay, so also when we go into the breakout rooms there, you all have to choose a facilitator, and the facilitator will start first with the getting to know you, and each person get like 60 seconds to say who they are and introduce themselves. So here we go. Hi, my name is Enezer Lane. I own or work for, I am the founder of Imagery International Women's Empowerment Movement. I am also the owner of Defy Limits, coaching, speaking, and leadership training, LLC, and I am the vice president of Austin Lane Mortuary. My company specializes in, I'm gonna just pick one, Defy Limits. I specialize in coaching one-on-one, masterminds, master classes, seminars. I will be pulling out some webinars and things like that, especially for people who are in a place of kind of being stuck or just need a mindset reset. I'm looking for partnerships and connections with someone to handle all of my tech needs, Tiffany, because I am illiterate. And my profession life right now, I need to just move forward and complete the things that I've already started. Too many things to tell. In my personal life right now, I have to say that I am blessed, and I can't think of anything I need right now in my personal life. In the next 60 days, I'm looking to purchase a Peloton. And the dream I have for myself and for is to help as many people be whole and healed and comfortable in their own skin as I possibly can. So that is the getting to know me for this month. So we're going to give you 1 minute to fill yours out. If you're not doing that already, or write it down if you don't have the sheet to be able to fill out. And well, I'll wait. Okay. That might be a minute. I don't have a timekeeper right here. It feels like a minute. So, Karen, is this where we get people to introduce themselves if they?
Tiffany
Yeah.
will do it.
Okay, Tiffany.
Yes, well, so we're gonna send you into breakout rooms now. And so in a few minutes, there will be a little button that pops up on your screen inviting you to join a breakout room. Just click yes. There'll be 4 to 5 people in the group, and you will have about 6 minutes. So when you get in that room, you're gonna have to work fast. So pick out who your facilitator is gonna be. I know, I don't remember if Aneezer said this, but one of the things that we can do is find out whose birthday is closest to today, and they're the timekeeper. So keep that time tight because we wanna make sure that everybody gets their minute to talk. And you can go through the script as quickly as you can. When we're about 60 minutes out, I will send a message to all the groups. So it'll say closing down in 60 seconds, sorry, not 60 minutes, 60 seconds. And then, so you know, then to wrap it up. If you don't, when you come back, you can also put your contact information in the chat. So that way, the people in your group can grab that, and people who aren't in your group but want to get a hold of you can do that as well. So if there's any questions, you can physically raise your hand. I'll look real quick to see if there's any questions. Otherwise, I will get you into the rooms. Okay, looks like we're good. See, we're all pros at this now, right?
It is getting easier.
Yes. All right. And away we go.
One is a recovering addict. She believes that creation is the opposite of self-destruction and is an accomplished black and white landscape photographer and a collage artist. Additionally, Kathy has more than 30 years of international experience in and passion for innovation, creativity, facilitation, training, thought leadership, managing and nurturing teams, and communications. She is the principal of Beyond Concepts, a boutique innovation consultancy focused on business growth and transformation. She partners with visionary leaders to turn opportunity into value by tackling highly ambiguous challenges. Kathy has developed proven proprietary tools and process models to help leaders inject a new level of innovation, creativity, and productivity into their teams, unleashing the talents of their organizations. Since 2005, she has led more than 950 sessions with more than 7,500 participants in 11 countries for over 140 Fortune 500 companies. Kathy is known for special expertise in the field of innovation, change management, strategy and implementation, facilitation, and training. Her creative approach grounds the front and back end of the innovation process with data, research, insights, collaboration, and measurement. She has extensive experience with the healthcare and consumer market sectors. Thank you for being with us, Kathy.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Hello, let me share. It's being. So this is a story. I put in the chat how to join us and the links, but I'm going to start this video for you, and hopefully Lexi tells a good story that will entice you to join us.
What I really love about Hope Creates is the fact that I get to be a part of something bigger than me. I get to be a part of somebody else's miracle, and I get to create and express with other people that are like me.
So we work with folks like Lexi every day, helping to empower them to explore their own creative ability and to be members of a community that support each other, peers supporting peers, not unlike Gateway to Dreams. Is that all the time I've got?
Well, what we want to do now is tell them a little bit about the event on Saturday. And then what I would like is for us to use the chat room for ideas for Kathy on how we can help her have a bigger reach, and personally invite everyone today on the CPW call to check it out if you're available Saturday evening. It's a free online event that has a silent auction, but Kathy, go ahead and share.
Right, so we would love for all of you to share our link and encourage people through Facebook, our personal emails, to join us on Saturday. It's a two-part goal. Obviously, it's a fundraiser. We have a fabulous silent auction that is open now. It will close at 9 o'clock p.m. on Saturday. The event starts at 6 and ends at 6:30, so it's very, very short, but very inspiring. We will have many stories of our young people as well as our supporters and why it's been important to them and why it's been helpful to them. Getting sober is really difficult, and staying sober is equally challenging. And as you know, during the pandemic, we've had an increase of 45% overdoses. So when we started out in the beginning of coronavirus pandemic, actually things were looking a little bit better, very small, but it was looking better. Now we have an increase of 45% in overdoses in all addictions. So we have a big problem that isolation has really amplified. We would love for you to share this event with as many people, not only to raise funds to continue our mission, but to get the word out that there is hope, that people are getting sober, sort of to end the silence around the good stories. We have a wonderful MC. I don't know if you know Jeff Small. He had a fabulous career in broadcast, and then his addiction took him down. And he is now in service to people who are trying to find hope and joy and transform their lives. He has switched he has flipped the switch on his life, and is a sober and very, very service-oriented individual, amazing man. So he will be a fabulous MC. And the more people we can get, the more hope that we can get to spread the word that there is a way out of this. And that is through, whether it's with Hope Creates or with recovery programs, to be with your peers in recovery and to help each other, lift each other.
I just saw Amy Lemire said she will share it. Sheva, maybe if you could help with it. There is a Facebook page for the event, and I don't know, Sheva, if you can kind of help connect.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank
I will
you.
help
Thank
promote
you.
it.
Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
You really are. We have experienced a loss in our family this past November. That anyway, so saving lives is what Kathy is doing, and beyond saving lives, it's saving families as well. It isn't just the person with the addiction; it is the entire family, the extended family, friends. So close to my heart. Okay, let's see. We have Josh up next, Lady E.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Josh, who is our educational speaker. And Josh, you will have 15 minutes to speak, and about 5 minutes before the time is up, Tiffany is going to, or somebody's going to tell you that you have 5 minutes, just to let you know that up front. So our educational speaker, Josh Levy,
but it's okay.
Thank you. Okay, Josh Levy. Okay, for the past 18 years, Josh Levy, an experienced executive and equity investor, has removed the barriers to entrepreneurship by delivering the funding, solutions, and relationships business owners need to evolve their startup into a success, or their struggling company into a solid one. Josh is co-founder of Medici Media Space, a collaborative co-working community where entrepreneurs can connect and partner to grow their businesses and each other's. Josh received his BS, Bachelor's of Science, in Communication Studies from Northwestern University. Welcome, Josh. We like having a man here every now and then. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Lady E, and Karen. Thank you for inviting me. What an amazing group. I too like to promote women, and it's very important for this. In fact, my partner in crime on what the topic that I'm going to talk to you about is Mish Hancock, and she's here in the audience. So if anything, I'm happy to promote her in this endeavor. What I'm going to talk to you about is LinkedIn, and Another guest in the audience is Laurel Clark. She's my dreamologist. I rely heavily on going to bed last night and thinking about what am I going to do unique, because we have a 2-hour presentation and how do you squeeze that into 15 minutes? And the truth is you're not, but you're going to rely on your thoughts overnight to say, all right, what am I going to talk about? So in LinkedIn, when I used to do this face to face, and I know a lot of us are missing the face to face, there's a really cool feature on LinkedIn that you can go to LinkedIn, you can go to the My Network on your mobile app, and you can see anybody in the room that has the Bluetooth on and this search nearby, and you can just automatically go and connect with people that are in the same room. So I thought, how am I going to do this virtually? Because that doesn't work. And I woke up and I researched that, where to find it, to kind of show you, share my screen and show you where that is. And lo and behold, I'm going to start to share my screen. I found this fascinating. And I'm going to play around here. I'm going to share my phone screen. And there we go. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, Tiffany will learn and she can share with you guys how to share your phone screen instead of your computer screen. So this is going to allow me to show you my photos, all my stuff on my phone. So I'm going to start. This is what I researched. Very disappointing. Find nearby feature no longer available. And if you read this short article, the reason that it's no longer available is they are diverting their resources to this find nearby feature because of the pandemic. People aren't meeting face to face. It's not as big of a feature anymore. And I just had a big frown on, like, how did they do this? But the bright side and the silver lining is if you click on continue to find and connect with members in this, you will go to, they'll show you this awesome video that tells you how to connect. And it does how to connect as good, if not better, than I would tell you. So I would recommend clicking on finding this, and I'll share these links with you guys, but this is just a 5-minute video, 4 minutes and 31 seconds on how to connect. It really is not unique to the pandemic. They didn't do anything new and so forth, like it led you to believe. But inside this video, the number one message that I want you to take away is to be yourself and to come up with a game plan that fits you in how you want to connect and use LinkedIn. I would say with the hundreds of LinkedIn campaigns that we have done and the hundreds of people we've had in workshops, the one thing that I can say is that everybody's individual and there's no one right answer of how to use LinkedIn for every single person. So be yourself in using LinkedIn, and I'm going to go through some tips and tricks in being yourself. You guys have to apply them yourselves. So as an example, I find that working on the app is different than working on the desktop. So this is my phone again. And I just opened up the LinkedIn app. So I encourage everybody, while we're on this, I want to continue to try to make this as interactive and you guys can do things. If you don't have the app, download the app. It's a no-brainer to do. And you'll see that working on the app, sometimes there's some features that are easier and there's some features that are easier on the desktop. Connecting is an easier one to do on the app. So what I did while we were having this meeting is I wrote down everybody's name and that is in this meeting on a piece of paper. You guys have it on your screens as your names, and some of you make it a little bit harder, like Missy, who I know is Melissa Coleman, but that's okay. What I want to do as part of this, make it more interactive. Let's take the next 2 to 3 minutes and look up people who are here and connect with them on LinkedIn. I mean, it's a no-brainer. We're all supporting the CPW. We're probably raving fans of Karen. If you're here, you're probably somebody, especially if you're an open networker. If you're in this meeting, you're somebody that I would love to connect with on LinkedIn. So I'm going to do what I'm sharing everybody else to do. I'm going to look up Jackie. And as we're looking these up, I just want you guys to take mental notes of what you see. There's Jackie. I'm just going to hit connect. Like I said, the app makes it quicker and easier. On the desktop, I could hit connect and I could personalize the message. Hey, Jackie, it was great to see you on CPW. Would love to, I'm building my network, would love to connect. In that 4-minute, 30-second video, it's going to say, tell them why you want to connect. And I'm just going to move on to the next. Sandy. Is that you, Sandy? She's still on?
Sorry, I had to find my
That's
picture.
all right.
I'm actually not on there yet.
You're not on LinkedIn yet.
No, I'm.
So this is different, Sandy Ferkel. I'm not going to connect with
Yeah,
you.
you don't want to befriend that one.
When you're on, I'll find you.
All right.
So Tracy and I had a great conversation in the breakout room, and we're already connected. So I don't have to connect with you, but I could message you if I wanted to. And Julie, let's look up Julie. That's you, Julie. I'm connecting. And what I'm doing, I'm making mental notes as I'm not, it looks like I'm just, winging through this really fast, but I'm taking mental notes on people's profiles. Michelle, I'm connecting with you. I'm very quickly reading their job title, where they're located, and so forth. So it's not like and yes, if there is a picture, it helps tremendously. So Laura Edwards, you've got this one. Do you have two profiles, Laura, or was it two different Laura Edwards, Ray?
I guess I do. I need help.
And we can help. So,
Yeah.
yep, you have two different profiles. So that's
So get rid of one.
It's very easy to merge those in. You ask
Okay.
LinkedIn for help. You tell them you want to merge them, and that is step one. No one should have more than one profile. Another
Right.
thing about LinkedIn is no one should have a fictitious profile. So I would love to be able to create a mascot of Medici, and Medici, LinkedIn does not allow that. Can you get by with it? Yes, but we like to follow the rules and the policies. So
Got it.
so I found somebody who has two profiles. Amy. There you go. And you guys don't have to accept, if you're not open networkers and you say, who is this guy on CPW? You don't have to accept my connection. But I would love to build. I have over 5,600 connections. I've been an open networker. I've done it, I'd say 90% organically, just by connecting being on LinkedIn for over a long time. And I would also say that if you ask me why I said 90%, 10%, I do much more quicker connecting. It's still organic. I haven't outsourced it to an artificial intelligence thing that does it, because that's against the policies and so forth. So Heidi, is that you, Heidi? You cut your hair, Heidi. You're allowed to do that. My picture is out. My picture is completely outdated too. So we're gonna go to that next. Lucy, let's get Lucy in here. And I hope
Josh,
you all are
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Sounds good. Lucy, I'm
I hope
already
you guys
connected.
are doing this. You're building.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys are doing what Josh is doing, I was connected to most of you, but not all of you. And now, hopefully, all of you except Sandy.
Yes. So Lucy's, I'm already connected with. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to show you what my mind has been thinking about as I've been doing this. And Nikki, we're already connected. That's you, Nikki?
Yep,
Awesome.
that's her.
All right. I think I didn't get everybody, but I will get everybody. So what I want to show you is, as I was going through, let's see if I can get to my profile quickly on the, all right, so there's me. What I want to show you is my picture is outdated, a lot younger in that picture. I need to update that one. And my header image is the default image of LinkedIn. As I was going through, some people optimized that image and took advantage of a branding opportunity. I recommend the only reason why I have kept mine like this is to show people what not to do. So if you look at Mish Hancock compared to mine, you see that she takes advantage. She takes advantage. See, it was scary there. It had to refresh. It takes advantage of an image. She's a TEDx Gateway, TEDx St. Louis person, and she's taking advantage of that image. Where mine, I did not take advantage of that image. Okay, so I recommend everybody to do that. Oh, that was funny. There was a note there, let everybody know how to pronounce your name. Lady E, I should have done that for you. So it was just a way to do the phonetics. You can say phonetically how to pronounce your name. The other thing is use the LinkedIn tool to fill out your profile. It will walk you through step by step, and each section it's just your resume. So the about section is really important. You can see there is on mine, there's a lot of stuff there, and it's keyword type optimized for searching. And don't worry about it. Let the algorithm do the work. Just write it like you would about yourself. Bullet points, stars, kind of call outs are always helpful. And so when I was looking at everybody's profile as I was doing this, I was looking at the number of connections. Are you 500 plus? It stops giving you the exact number, but that is right there, my connections. And time-wise, will we answer questions later, Karen, or?
Yeah,
Okay. So I am here to answer any questions. What we have found is that people who want to optimize their use of LinkedIn fit into 3 categories. They fit into the category of the DIYer. Just teach me and I don't need to pay anybody. I'm just going to do it myself. We love those people. So we're here to help them. We have the people who say, you know what, I just want somebody else to do this for me and outsource the entire kit and caboodle, profile, connecting, email marketing, all of that. Outsource it, and we're here to do that. Mish is a great person to talk to about that. And the third group that we're kind of identifying is the people who want to do it on their own, but they just want a little bit of like a Sherpa guide to do it with them. So Mish has started to create LinkedIn user groups that will meet once a week for an hour, small group, so that we can actually do during this 1 hour, make connections, show you how to export your contacts, show you how to email them, show you how to fix your profile and all of that stuff. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend, I'm promoting a woman here. I highly recommend, and it's important to promote the woman because on LinkedIn and in general, I believe you need the male and the female perspective, and Mish and I make a great strategic partnership on that. So we welcome you to participate and reach out, and thank you so much for the time. I hope this was helpful, Karen.
yes.
Good.
Was for me.
I will stop my share.
Hey, Tiffany, how do they raise their hands again?
So at the bottom, I believe it's at the bottom of your participant panel, you'll see a little button that says raise hand.
I
If you
don't
can't,
see one that says raise hand, then it would be reactions maybe.
it could be down there. And I don't have the same view, so I can't see it because I'm the host.
Yes, under reactions, if you're on an iPad on the top.
Okay. So Lucy had her hand raised.
Yes, I did.
Perfect.
I had a question for Josh. I do 2 very different things. I'm an editor, but I also, as I mentioned in the breakout room, I work for St. Louis Business Group, uh, which is essentially a sales / connection position to connect buyers and sellers of businesses. Excuse me. How can I have my LinkedIn profile reflect that I do these two very different things? Or is it even possible?
Yes, our Renaissance people out there, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 things, there's 2 different areas to really highlight that. One is in your actual job experience, listing those 2 as unique jobs. And then
Okay.
the other is in the about section describing that you're multifaceted, you've got these 2 things. That is probably the number one reason why people think to create 2 profiles, and it's just bad. It's not a true reflection of who you are. You're much better off blending that into one profile and having connections that are across both of those.
Okay.
Always parse them out after and in out marketing outreach, but your profile should reflect who you are.
Okay.
Anyone else with a question? Raise your hand or your real hand if you want.
Okay, I think I just saw something in the chat from Laurel about the Medici, the space, because that's what I was going to ask about. So I will refer to that. Sheva has her hand up.
Now, to
Sorry, that was.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay.
anybody
Okay.
else with a question? And we could give him a round of applause, a silent round of applause for teaching us. Thank you, Josh.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
for
Thank you.
Thanks for your support of Gateway to Dreams.
Thank you. That was great.
Hey,
Great.
Aneezer?
Yes. Right now we're going to take about 3 minutes to just kind of stand up. Everybody stand up and shake your groove thing and, kind of do this and grab a drink of water, use the bathroom. You only have 3 minutes. We're kind of over time, so we're going to have to move quickly. But you have 3 minutes. It is 9:58. So at 10:01, we will come back. One. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm gonna ask everyone to come back. And when I finish chewing what's in my mouth, we will move forward. Okay. Up next is our personal story, and it is our own Jackie Trotman. Jackie Trotman is an inspirational and award-winning author, speaker, faith-based coach, and retreat leader. Jackie Trotman is known for her humor and the ability to see things in new ways to help you live life with greater joy and flow. She will tell you that joy and flow are an inside job. Jackie left her corporate sales position at the height of her success, having checked all the boxes: 6-figure income, dream home, luxury car, family, and full social calendar. Outside, she was rich. Inside, she was spiritually bankrupt. She left her dream home, broken marriage, and toxic career to seek healing from her past trauma caused by a raging alcoholic, bipolar father, and a life that was based on what she should be doing as opposed to what she truly desired. This search also included seeking the God of love she knew had to exist, as opposed to the distorted view of God as the great judgmental scorekeeper in the sky that she was presented with growing up. What Jackie was speaking more than anything was freedom, freedom from within. Having found that freedom,
You got muted there, Aneezer. Start with having found the freedom.
okay. Having found that freedom, peace, and joy within, she helps others to do the same through her books, guided meditations, coaching, and retreats called Joycation, Hopecation, and Flowcation. You can find out more about these resources at joyandflow.com. Welcome, Jackie. You can take it away.
Thank you. And I don't know, am I going to show up? Am I doing my share? Okay. Get my PowerPoint here. Okay, can you all see that? Can you see the awareness slide?
No.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Okay. Okay. Now can you see it?
There we go. Yes.
Okay, great. You all disappeared. Everybody disappeared. Okay, I am, well, Karen Hoffman, thank you. She asked me to speak today because this is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And I absolutely love this word awareness, because awareness is really the key to everything. And maybe you've never struggled with your weight, or you've never had a dysfunctional relationship with food, but you may not be aware of blind spots in your life. So I'm going to share my story today and talk about blind spots. And as I'm talking, I want you to be attentive to something hidden inside of you that you may not see. And I love this feature, particularly on new cars. They have these little lights that are on the side mirror, and they help you to see things that you can't see. There may be somebody behind you, or there may be a car coming up on the side of you. And we have this little blinking light too within us, and it's called our still small voice. It's our true essence. It's our soul. It's the voice of truth that's inside us, and it leads us and guides us. But unfortunately, the outside voices and the voices that influence us, that tell us that what we're doing is not enough, what we have is not enough, or what we're being is not enough, can help us to not listen to that still small voice any longer. So I wrote a book called The Freedom to Eat, 10 Secrets for Lasting Weight Loss and Inner Peace. And this picture on the left is me throwing away the scale. And secret number 3 is throw away the scale. And it's letting go of judgments. And for me, the scale was really my judge and jury. I would step on the scale every morning. If it went up, I would be depressed. If it stayed the same, I would be disgruntled because of all the drastic diets I was on, that I wasn't making progress. And even if the number on the scale went down, I may go out and celebrate and eat something that was on the restricted diet I was on, and then gain that weight back. And so Karen, or I should say Aneezer, read in my bio that I'm known for my sense of humor. So how do you really talk about a sense of humor with eating disorders? But in my book, I have a couple cartoons that I've done, and any of you that have lost weight and gained it back can relate to this. So this is a woman that goes to a fortune teller, and she says, if I'm going to gain all my weight back, then I'm headed right up for a double fudge sundae when I'm done. And when I would speak about the freedom to eat in person, women would come up to me and they'd say, well, I'm really not overweight. I just have 5 or 10 pounds to lose. And I would kind of look at them thinking, you don't even have an ounce to lose. And what this said to me was just that wanting to be perfect. And so this cartoon illustrates that really well. That says, what did you say, honey? I do not have a poor self-image. And I can't tell you how many times I looked in the mirror and I saw that image. So when I had the opportunity to pitch my book to 6 literary agents, I told them, I introduced myself and said, I've lost over 500 pounds. And the women would look at me and they were congratulating me and they were happy, and the men were a little skeptical. And then I would say it was the same 30. Now, it's a great punchline, but if you continue to lose weight and gain weight, it's not very funny. And so for decades, I was trying to lose those 30 pounds. And why there's freedom in the title of my book is that I'm finally free. I'm free from the dysfunctional relationship I had with food. I'm free from being a walking calculator, that I had these obsessive thoughts all the time of counting every fat gram and calorie and protein. I'm free from constantly being on restrictive diets and never be successful in maintaining the weight I lost and always feeling like a failure. Well, I've now been at my weight that I only used to lie about on my driver's license for 17 years now. And I'm actually 5 pounds under that, but I am finally free. And my weight issues started when I was 12 years old. And that's because I was looking at all the images in the magazines and comparing myself. And it's really a shame that we weren't born during this time, because this was the image of beauty, what it used to be. And instead, I was born when beauty was this. So I became chubby at 12, and my mother had weight issues too. And there's a beautiful hymn called Amazing Grace. And I love these 2 lines from that. And it's, I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. There were 2 instances of my being blind. One was when I was 30 years old. I was standing in my kitchen. I was at the counter. I was eating ice cream out of the carton. And I remember I had my arms tucked in like really tight, like I was trying to be invisible. And I heard this laughter coming from behind me, and it was my husband. And he wasn't being mean or anything. It was funny. And I started laughing too, because it was funny. And instead of taking from that, oh, it's okay for me to eat ice cream, I vowed never to be caught the next time. And then I was in my 40s, I'd gotten home from work and I had the house to myself. That was really unusual. And the Oprah show was on during that time. And so I thought, I'm gonna have a glass of wine and have some cheese and crackers and relax. Well, I didn't have 1 glass of wine. I drank the entire bottle. And when the bottle was empty, I shoved it in the garbage can and I covered it up. And I immediately went to the grocery store and bought another bottle so that no one would see that bottle of wine was missing. I still didn't see that there was anything wrong. If anything, I kind of berated myself for not being disciplined enough. So how did I get to have lasting weight loss and inner peace? I was having a voice lesson with my choir director, and I was in the room with him, and he stopped abruptly and he spun around on the piano bench. He planted his feet on the floor. He looked me in the eye and he barked, "Why won't you let go?" That was it. It's like somebody had thrown a bucket of ice water in my face and I woke up. I had the gift of awareness. I knew why I wasn't letting go. I was in a broken marriage. I was in a job that was sucking the life out of me. My soul was dying. And so I had, well, in 3 words, I was lost. And so I started to talk to a coworker, and I was confiding in her. And I shared about growing up with an alcoholic father and his rages. And I shared about the problems in my marriage and the toxic relationships I had with work and with others. And she said, "Have you ever heard of codependency?" And I said, "No." And she said, "You need to get a book called Codependent No More." So I went to the bookstore and I picked up the book and I was leafing through it and I thought, oh my gosh, this is like all about me. And I highlighted, I think, about 80% of that book. And what I realized was the effect that my father's alcoholic and bipolar rages that he had an effect on me. And I thought it was his problem, not my problem. But it had affected me because we didn't talk about it in the family, and all those hurts and the pains and the feelings were all stuffed down. And so what was even worse, it affected all my relationships, and especially my relationship with God, because I saw God equally as this angry heavenly Father.
5
So I
minutes.
left. Oh,
5 minutes.
okay, thank you. So I left the job, the marriage, the dream home, everything that I'd strived for on the outside to find my still small voice and to heal on the inside. I lost all the physical, emotional, and spiritual weight that I carried to find peace. Now I have a healthy relationship with food, and it's a source of pleasure and nourishment for my body. Food is no longer a replacement for love or comfort, or even a destructive tool to reinforce what unworthiness that I felt. And an eating disorder is an addiction, but many times we think of that stereotypical addiction of, oh, a heroin user or opioid user or an alcoholic. But addictions are more subtle than that. We can have addictions of distractions that are keeping us from us being the ultimate person we were created to be. They can be distractions in the form of social media, of watching Netflix, of surfing the internet, and comparing ourselves and our accomplishments or lack thereof to others. And it's keeping us from showing up with our true brilliance. So for me, I stuffed down my pain with food, alcohol, accomplishments, and busyness. Those were the drugs of choice I used to numb out. But I'm now in touch with that still small voice and God's voice within me to follow the desires of my heart. So I have a question for you to think about. Is there something to ask yourself, is there something that I am blind to that I do not see? At first, it may be very painful, but in the end, you will set yourself free. So if this has resonated with you, if you have an issue with physical, emotional, and spiritual weight, I have the first 2 chapters from the Freedom to Eat that you can get for free at JackieTrotman.com/freedom. And so I thank you for letting me share my story with you today.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Does
Thank you.
anyone have any questions or any takeaways or comments? You can raise your hand, or Karen, you want to say something?
No, but I think that there are many ways to look at addiction and we don't even think of it as addiction, as Jackie was saying, whether it's, you know, Facebook or something else that might be distracting us from really being present. Anybody else with a thought or a comment? Thank you, Jackie, for sharing.
I have a thought or a comment. Really, it's a concern, and I don't know if anybody knows any resources to deal with it. It was brought up in a gifted resource parent group meeting recently. I have a gifted child, and it never even occurred to me that they taught us that over 90% of gifted people have addictions or OCD or addictive personalities. And so I was wondering if there's any resources. A good percentage of those actually had to do with food. And lately, a lot of them have to do with video games. So I was wondering if anybody had any resources for gifted kids or persons with addiction. They actually talked about, like, the young ladies, a lot of the gifted young ladies have eating disorders, and it was a form of addiction.
Wow.
Yeah. So if anybody has any thoughts about that, I'd appreciate it, because it was not on my radar at all. It's very frightening as a parent.
Right.
I have a son who is was diagnosed with Asperger's, and he can be very compulsive on certain things.
All right. Well, thank you again, Jackie. We appreciate you sharing. And again, this is the week to be more aware of what eating disorders can do and become. Lady E?
Yes. Yes.
Or is
Again,
it
thank.
Missy? Sorry.
Yes, Jackie, thank you so much. We're definitely on the same in the same lane today. Well, in my life, it's more of a beginning for me. So next we have the testimonials. Oh, okay. Is this what we're doing? No, not yet. Okay. It's time for member shout out. So the question is, how has Gateway to Dreams helped you? How has being a part of Gateway to Dreams helped you grow your business? And if there are any members who would like to share their testimonials, maybe 2 or 3 people, if you would like to share your testimonial right here, you are free to do that at this time. You can raise your hand. I don't think I can't see people with their hands raised for whatever reason. So Missy or I'm sorry, Tiffany.
Sure, you can go ahead and raise your little blue hand, or you can just pop up to unmute yourself and
Unmute yourself and you can speak now. 2 to 3 people, 3 stories.
I just want to thank Karen and the team that worked so hard to make this possible. Whenever I am in need or of a contact or struggling to think something through, Karen's always available to help me. And I have to say also the membership card is incredible for all the marketing that we do, to be able to use that gift card from Office Max, the store card, I guess it's called, from Office Max. Between saving me money and introducing me to all of these amazing people, and this has been ever since we started Hope Creates. There's lots of times I get frustrated. Most of the time I'm really excited, but there's lots of times I feel overwhelmed. Karen's always there to help me with an idea. Thank you.
Thank you. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing.
Anyone else?
You had your hand up.
Can you
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I will have to say that I met Karen before I even knew about Gateway to Dreams. I remember making a call to her. Somebody said, reach out to Karen. And right away, she connected me with somebody. She helped me so much. So, of course, it only made sense that I got involved with Gateway to Dreams. And through Connection Exchange, I promoted her. She has helped me. Actually, I've launched a new business, so she's helped me with a name. She said the name that I was actually thinking of. So like I said, Karen has been the connector, and I want to be just like you. So, and I just love you ladies. I've missed you for so long, so I'm so glad that my schedule allows me to come back and be part of Gateway to Dreams.
Hey, we've missed you.
Awesome.
I've missed you guys so much.
Okay. Is there one more or do we move forward?
I'd say we move forward.
Okay, so Missy, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to all that shared today. I get the honor of introducing Karen's amazing board, the people that are behind her. We have recently added Mary Lee Salzer to the group. She is taking over sponsorship and memberships, and she has some amazing things in the works. And if you want to help in any way, please reach out to her or Karen. I'm so excited to see what Mary Lee's gonna start doing with Gateway to Dreams, and it's just an amazing organization. If you need support, whether it be emotional, business, whatever you need, these are amazing women that are a part of this group. Next, I have maybe. Nothing seems. Hey, Tiffany, my thing doesn't want to go forward.
You may need to actually go over and click on that window again.
Okay. Oh, here are our core volunteers. Not that there aren't many others behind the scenes that do a lot to keep this group going, whether it's on our CPW, our group that we have today. We have Shelly Snow Perdia and Jenny Grace Morris, who run a group called Write Your Book Right Now. They meet, is it once a week, Karen?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Thursdays.
Okay. And then we have Michelle Perry, who helps with Joy of Goals. Nikki Lemley has taken over the Impact Awards, as you know, Karen shared earlier. That has taken on a new look and feel just with COVID and, you know, the changing times. Hopefully we will be back in person, God willing, next year. And we'll be back to business a little more normal than things have been. And here are the ways to donate to Gateway to Dreams. We are nonprofit, so everything helps in keeping these programs running, keeping this group able to do what it does every month and all throughout the month. And since we are a 501c3, you are able to take this as a lovely tax deduction for anything that you do give. And again, giving is not just financial. Like I said, we have many opportunities to volunteer and help in those areas that you enjoy, love, or just, you know, want to give back in some way to your community. Lastly, we're going to end with our closing quote, which I think went right in line with all that was discussed today, and not fully even knowing beforehand, because we picked these out before, just have some idea of what the topics are going to be. This is start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And it's always just about this moment and doing whatever you can in that moment to keep yourself moving forward.
And we close officially with Pookie Lee's song, I Am Responsible. And usually someone says, Mary Lee, did you want to say something? No?
Please, I just think all the time during these meetings, everybody mentions how many contacts Karen has connected them to. And I think we should all pay it forward to Karen this month. Let's see what contacts we can provide for Karen. Let's make introductions for her. And
I would say for Gateway to Dreams, that makes me feel better than for me.
I know that's because you're so humble. But okay, so let's pay it forward to Karen this month, and let's take a minute or two after this meeting closes and see who we can connect Karen to, future CPW sponsors, future speakers, anybody that's willing to
Advertisers.
donate services, or anybody that's willing to buy it.
Yeah,
So-
advertisers for our publication. That
Yep,
would be
that's what I mean. Yeah, advertisers and sponsors, all of that would be fantastic.
all
Can you
right.
tell us about that?
Earlier, we talked about the magazine, the new publication. We had the picture up. Be the
Yeah.
change.
So we are looking at doing it twice a year. And we're going to highlight individuals that have contributed to the community and who are dream makers as well as dream seekers. And it's a wonderful opportunity to get out in front of the Gateway Dreams community, but also beyond. It's going to be printed at least 5,000 copies. And if there's a demand for more, we'll do more.
And it'll be online. So
It'll be
we'll have
online as well.
a broader reach. Thank you, Mary Lee.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going back to, I am responsible, and Josh, I don't know that you've ever been on but we sing this song. We love the idea of people taking responsibility for where we are, where our city is, where our families are. So I Am Responsible was written by Pookie Lee the summer of 2014. And the words are there. I don't know if everybody can see them, but they're up. And Tiffany, you want to take it away? And
I'll
some people
play it.
get up and move around if you want to do that.
Karen,
And
to
you-
help you guys out, I'll sing, but I'm going to keep it on mute. So
I was
Okay,
gonna say,
thank you.
you said that Josh is doing a solo, right?
Yeah. And
So
he's
I
gonna
would ask
dance.
everybody to stay on mute because it only picks up one microphone. And if it picks up your microphone, then it won't play the song. So everybody go on mute, and I'm going to play the song, and we'll just watch you dance. And I'm not.
Okay,
All right,
thank
everyone,
you.
have a great month. Here we
All right,
go.
thank you.
Oh, real quick, I put in the chat too, if you want to save the chat before you leave so that you have all that contact information. There's instructions in the chat, and there's also a link to the actual song. If you care to do that, you can actually buy the digital track too if you care to. So, all right, here we go.
Thank you.
Am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Looking around the world, and what do I see? So many things in a state of need. Pain and suffering all around me. I won't stand by and just let this be, 'cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Everywhere, everyone wants to be free. Some look around and say, it's not me. How can they close their eyes and not see? It all comes down to me. Because I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. 'Cause I am responsible. responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. Come on and leave the world a better place. Yeah.
All right, bye everybody. See you next month.